Hello and welcome to the Mastercam 2021 lathe programming session. So in this session I'm going to teach you that how we can create grooving toolpath using current cycle and general cycle. So let's start. So we will create this grooving toolpath. So go to the turning tab and here go to the general cycle. So first I will show you that how we can create grooving cycle using general cycles. So simply you have to select this curve and you can say just to unselect this curve and there is a hide, so you will get this curve and easily you can extend this curve, so that will be very best for programming purpose. So I will extend it 1 mm from this side and here it's showing some errors, so I will regenerate it. Okay, no problem. So we will create this turning toolpath, this groove toolpath. We will go to the general cycle and here I will select grooving strategy. So here you have to define the grooving options, so you can select chain method and here you can say okay, and if you have multiple chains then you can select multiple chain also, that also option is also available here, so it's very easy to use. So now we have only a single groove, so I will select chain and then I will select okay, and here I will select the first chain and then second chain and then okay. So now I will select the tool which I want to use, so I will use this tool because we can use any tool because this area is totally open, so we can use any tool, any holder. So I will select this tool and here I will choose the insert width. So as you can see multiple option is there, you can choose the style of inserts from here. Radius type of insert you can select, single and square insert you can select from here, and here you can select the width of insert. So I will use 1.5 mm width and corner radius I will use 0.1 and then I will say okay. Next we will define the tool number. I will say 5 number. I will give the feed rates, that will be 0.05, and here I will give the RPM and I will give feed rate for finishing 0 to 5 and RPM 1100, no 200 to maximum 1200, and here I will give the finishing spindle speed, that will be 1000 or 1500 and I will say RPM. Okay, so next we can go to the home position tab. So I will select user defined and here I will select define, select this point. Okay, and now we'll go to the groove shape parameters. So here you can define the grooving angle. So grooving angle will be OD, and if you have ID you can select that ID. So I will select OD, and here next we will go to the grooving rough parameter. Here you can define the strategy. So now you want to do roughing, you want to create a roughing toolpath and then you can create finishing toolpath. So both option is available. So if you want to create a roughing toolpath with this tool, so you can do unselect here, just unselect finishing cycle and here you can say roughing, and here you can define the cut direction. Suppose you want to do entry from center, so you can say bidirectional. If you want to do entry in negative, so you can select negative, positive. So all the options are available here, positive, negative you can select from here, and here you can define the stock amount. So if you want to start your tool from 0.5 above from the OD, so you can give the stock amount. Stock clearance value also you can give here, so your tool will start 0.5 above from that area, and here you can give the stock to leave in X 0.1 and stock to leave in Z 0.05, and here you can give the step over values. So if the insert width is 1.5, so you can give 50% of step over. So first entry will be of 1.5 mm and the second entry will be 0.75 mm, 50% of the tool diameter. So your tool will overlap with the process. Okay, so next here you can define the stock to leave in set 0.05, that is okay. And here you can define the peg groove, so you can select that from here, peg groove, and here you can give peg groove. No, I will not use that. I will use depth of cuts, and here I will give depth per pass is 0.05, and then I will say okay, and then I will say okay. So now it's giving some error, so I will say okay. Let's check it, why it is giving this error. Okay, so the toolpath has been generated, so let's play it. Okay, fantastic. So this is the perfect toolpath with 0.15 depth of cut. So we have used tape over, so that's why it is showing multiple passes. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay, so this is the toolpath which we have created, and now we will create finishing toolpath. So simply we can copy this toolpath and we can do paste here, and we can go to the parameter tab, and here we can select the tool, this tool, and we'll go to the groove finish parameter. I will select finish, and I will unselect the rough, and then I can say okay, lead in out will be 2 mm extra, regenerate. Let's play it. Fantastic. So we have done the programming of grooving cycle, and now I will show you that how you can use canned cycle grooving. So you can see there is option for canned cycle grooving. So here you can select the 2 points from this point to this point, and then say enter, and here you can define the tool. So I will use the same tool, I will use the same tool number, same tool feed rates. I will use RPM, and here I will say groove shape parameter OD, and here you can give the radius and all if you want, and if you want to give taper angle, that is also possible. From here you can give the radius and all. So as per your choice you can customize it. If you need 0.5 mm radius in corner, so you can give that here. You don't need to modify, you don't need to create radius in this wireframe. Simply you can use this parameter and go to the groove rough parameter, and here you can say rough stock clearance 1 mm, stock to leave 0.1, stock to leave in Z 0.05, and here we can say negative angle entry, and step amount 50% of the tool diameter, so I will say 0.75, and I will go to the groove finish parameter. I will off it, I will make it turn off, because I don't want to create toolpath in one finishing toolpath in one cycle. So I will play it. Let's see how it is working. Okay, so it's looking good. Okay, so we forgot to give a depth of cut. So if you want, you can give the depth of cut from here. Depth per pass is 0.5, and then say okay, regenerate. So now you will get 0.5 mm of depth of cut in every passes. So it will work like this. Fantastic. So next I will copy the same toolpath, and I will say paste, and I will go to the parameter tab, and here we will define we will unselect the rough parameter, and I will say finish active, and then say okay and regenerate. So you can see we have created the finishing grooving toolpath using canned cycle. So actually we forgot to change the home position, so you can change that from here. Use the define select entry from here. Okay, okay, and then say regenerate. So now your tool will start from here. And I think we forgot to change the home position in this toolpath also. So we'll go to the parameter, define, select from here. Okay, okay, and regenerate this one and this one. So now I would like to show you that how we can check the simulation. So let me click here on hide, and here let me check that how it is working. I will save the toolpath and I will play it. And this is my finishing toolpath, this is my OD turning toolpath, no, that is also facing toolpath, and this is OD turning toolpath. I think it's having some error because we have edited this wireframe, that's why it is showing some error. So I will select this curve and I will reselect it, so we can avoid that error. So I will select it, hide, regenerate, select the wireframe from this point to this point. It's having some error. Okay, so we forgot to select that. Let me select it again. Okay, geometry, right click, resend from this point to this point. Okay, okay, and regenerate. So it's looking good. Okay, let's save it and let's check the simulation. Okay, so isometric view, verify with color loop and plate. This is dynamic turning, this is grooving toolpath, the toolpath is working 1 mm above from that face because we have given clearance and all. So now toolpath is working properly. We have given 1 mm of depth of cut in this grooving toolpath with 1.5 mm insert. So here you can say clip from front, no, clip from top, so you can check the simulation in actual section view, right? I will make it off. So now it's showing there is some error. This toolpath having some collision, so let's check it. Why it is showing that collision? So this is the toolpath. This one is first, second, and third. So let me check it. So let me check this grooving toolpath with the simulation. So we need to select some more toolpaths. So I will select all these toolpaths and I will select this one and this one. Play it again. Okay, so this tool path is perfect. Now it's looking good. So in this